Good afternoon, and sincere apologies to Rajni ma'am. She asked, and then today I was a bit occupied. I had 2, 3 meetings. Then somehow I readjusted, and I'm in front of you. And thanks for the opportunity. Always teaching is my first love. The administration and other things can wait. And today I chose this topic: organic farming, prospects and problems, and things like that. So let me very quickly start why this topic I chose today, because I've been a consultant for IFCO, I've been a consultant for Amul Organics. I've been working with some 2, 3 companies which totally does the organic fertilizer. With me is Mr. Venkatesh, who also accompanies me in some of these tools. So now when I see the niche market of this organic farming, okay, now let me come with a horticulture, 354 million metric tons record production. Even agriculture also record production, 349 plus tons. So now there is almost the production has, it has peaked and it is becoming increasingly increasing. So therefore, people are now asking for quality products. See, unless you would have a poultry industry, suppose maize production is peaking up. Why? Because people want more and more of poultry, they want more and more of animal proteins and so on. But now why people want to go organic? These are some of the questions we'll be asking. See, now the term natural farming and organic farming, of course, not much different, slight difference. Already there is a flora, there is a fauna in the rhizosphere. There is already a set of both the plants, animals, and this sort of host-plant interaction which is already available. And then the healing of the land and the purification of the human spirit is the same process. See, that means naturally, suppose you get a cold. So do you think that even without taking tablet, the cold will persist? No. Within a week, the cold comes down because it's a virus. Okay, it may be an influenza virus, it can be whatever virus. It will subside in 1 week. And because for any viral infection, there is no cure, there is no tablet. So all the antigen and the antibody reaction which goes on in your body has to be triggered. So whether you take paracetamol or you take that other tablet, it may only improve this sort of interaction. Even in a natural farming, already the soil was enriched with organic carbon. We want at least 2% of organic carbon. Okay, we want the pH of the soil to be somewhere around 7, which is a very neutral pH. And then we want the soil to be rich in humic acid, amino acids. And many of these organic acids, they should be very rich. So once when they're rich in humic acid, amino acids, and organic acids, okay, there will be a flourishing and highly good microbial growth. It can be rhizospirillum, azospirillum, it can be VAM, okay, vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza, which does the phosphate thing. Okay, so all these things come under natural farming. See, that means even when I say natural health or natural farming, if I apply it to the human body, without taking external, we have allopathy, Ayurveda, okay, then we have homeopathy, we have Unani medicine, so on and so forth. Everywhere down the line, the issue is whatever are your natural resistances, your genetic material, your genetic composition which has come, only preserving that, probably encouraging the antigen-antibody reaction, and then you should be able to respond to some minimum drugs or surgery or anything. See, for example, that Fujisaka, the person who got the Nobel Prize, who told that intermittent fasting can cure cancer. See, this is exactly what even our forefathers had told, Langhanam Paramaushadam. See, for many things, when you control your food, automatically your resistance improves. For example, people may take continuous insulin. You would have developed insulin resistance. So therefore, everywhere in a natural farming or in a human body, okay, preserving the predators, the parasites, the microbes, which are very native to the particular soil, putting the crop residues back, avoiding stubble, burning, mulching, and so on and so forth, and using less and less of the chemical fertilizers and pesticides. See what will happen when you put more of pesticides? You are killing even the predators and parasites, which may be beneficial insects. So you are not doing natural farming. What will happen when you put only inorganic fertilizers and with very little organic carbon of less than 0.2% or something? So the soil's structure and the electric conductivity of the soil is going to be affected. So when an organic content is about 2% in the soil, okay, it nurtures more and more better microorganisms, beneficial insects, beneficial predators, parasites, and the natural farming is going to occur. Yeah. So now very quickly we'll go. So I'll show you this table. The science part is different, but now I want you to understand the economics part and the beneficial part. So I will be sharing this paper with you. The net returns under community natural farming as under non-community farming. So the comparison here is, if I say paddy in Kharif gives 165.72 net returns, that means if the chemical farming was giving you 100 rupees, this gives you 165 rupees. That is how it should be interpreted. But in case of the Rabi paddy, it gives you 114. So why is it like that? See, normally when I say the grain quality and the grain weight is better, but the Kharif yields are always higher in paddy. You can check it up with any agronomist. Similar thing, see, for example, groundnut is grown both in Kharif and Rabi, almost similar yield. Cotton is only a Kharif crop. If it is an organic cotton, I was working for one BCI, PRDIS. Okay, they do better cotton initiatives. We should not use child labor. We should not use inorganic fertilizers, pesticides, and natural control. Okay, then cotton gives you about 265. That means the doubling of farmer income takes place with a good natural farming. Black gram also. But maize, what happens is, only the Kharif maize gives, the organic Kharif maize gives lesser returns as compared to the Rabi maize. Because in the Rabi season, the quality of maize improves, and obviously maize is not used as your table crop. It is used mostly in the poultry feed and for converting that to animal fat. Then the red gram obviously comes in Kharif. 400 times is the organic tur dal as compared to the inorganic tur dal, because the pod borer in red gram is a very serious menace. It can be controlled only with natural enemies, organic farming, and so on and so forth. Chilies again, okay, only 39.58% increase. Green gram, obviously, when you do the Rabi, there's an increase. So in most of the crops, except ragi, Rabi ragi is the one which is used for ragi mudde. Okay, nobody uses Kharif ragi. I should know some basics of agronomy. So therefore, in a nutshell, when I use this particular slide, organic farming with all drudgery, okay, then opportunity cost, high labor, okay, conversion ratio is high. In a longer run, it gives higher returns. But how to convince this with the farmer? I've been touring so many FPOs in the past 15 days. Everywhere I go, then I tried whether the coffee growers will shift to organic farming. They said nothing doing. Coffee is fully under inorganic, not much organic. So people would like to shift, especially under vegetables, okay, which is a highly consuming area, okay, especially in vegetables, there is a niche area for organic farming. People want organic product because the vegetables are consumed. Similarly, in case of cotton also, all those things we have showed you here. Then see here, okay, the land equivalent ratios. See, if you use inorganic fertilizers and organic fertilizers, if you are using 2.81 unit of land, here you will have to use 3.33. So that means in the organic farming and this one, slightly you should be using the higher land unit. Okay. When you come to the percentage difference, I told you, okay, the profit slightly will be getting higher. 18.51 when you use a multi-crop, and 12% difference is there when you use a solo crop. Okay, this is how it goes. Now, this was a small slide, and we can even get a later slide. the annual growth of organic farming is decreasing, but the sales is increasing. What does it imply? It simply implies that the consumers are preferring more and more organic products, okay? But the annual growth of organic farming is decreasing because not many people would like to, give away their land for organic because they suspect it gets lead seed. And most of the vegetables and all are grown in and around peri-urban areas. Yesterday I was near Dodballapur in a place called Hadonahalli. So a lot of real estate has come. See, a farmer has 5 acres. Each 1 acre of land goes for at least 2 crores. So he will happily sell 2 crores and put it in the fixed deposit. Even a government of India principal scientist does not get that much. So people are thinking that forget farming, forget natural farming, very high drudgery. What do I really get at the end of the day? When 354 million metric tons of horticulture already glut top of situation, then you tell the farmer you do value addition, you be a part of the integrated value chain and not a fragmented value chain, convert into pickle, jam, jelly, it's all not going to work for the farmers. That's what this graph says. Organic is making more money every year. In and around cities, if you go to Reliance Fresh, Big Basket, or whatever it is, the organic products are getting a premium price. But when you sell it in bulk, okay, if you don't go for the retail market, you are simply a distributor and a producer in the supplying you to a wholesale market. You cannot tap the niche market. Today, everything is, we even SIM also, people say green SIM. Okay, then we have got organic eggs, then we have got organic seed. I was hearing, even the seed is produced organically. That means, just like you do organic farming, even seed production, hybrid seed production, they say, even today, the seed production industry does not claim of an organic seed, which is very, very rare. So right from seed to the output to the processing, people want organic products. Okay, demand for organic products is rising. Okay, and especially people are becoming more and more health consciousness. See, obviously nobody will live for 300 years. But today the longevity may be hardly about 70 years and less. So people, most of them are taking insulin. So everybody wants the blood thinners. So today in every house, either you take Loserkine, Clopidogrel, Lipwas or whatever, insulin injections, nothing is going to work. So therefore, people are also trying to make it more organic and reduce the insulin resistance. So therefore, people are becoming more health consciousness, and instead of investing crores and crores of rupees on your medical bills, okay, people have taken even health insurance. The organic crops and organic products are making more money. People say even organic honey, organic milk, organic butter. Okay, we have got something. But farmers face various challenges along the way that when the conversion takes place, he suspects less yield. Please remember, in horticulture and agriculture, less yield does not mean less price, because the yields and glut are directly related. More the bumper production, okay, there is a glut in the market, prices fall. So ultimately, if 354 million metric tons of horticulture, people want diversified crops like kamalam, they want oranges, they want new crops, avocado, butterfruit, processed value-added products. So if it is organic, people are ready to pay a little high price rather than bringing cheap products and going again into the health hazard and things and so on. Now, the data indicates here, okay, the organic food and drink, organic monitoring. So everywhere, the demand is continuously increasing. So even the agroecology, why we say natural farming is conserving a predator's parasite. Okay, this industrial agriculture has become unsustainable. This is what we say when we talk about green revolution. In the olden days, in the green revolution days, about 50 years back, even when I joined BSc AG, okay, everywhere the agronomy professor used to come and tell about the input-intensive agriculture. The varieties were input responsive, but today we say the entire agriculture and horticulture should be climate responsive. It should suit the climate. It should suit the ecology. Okay, agroecologically diverse farming not only is productive, but also brings a host of ecological and social benefits in the terms of preserving the predators, parasites, natural flora, fauna, okay, the organic carbon content in the soil, improving the soil structure, better water holding capacity, okay, and then response to a minimum of the microbial activity in and around the rhizosphere. So this is how we say it's a zero budget natural farming. So I was myself about 2-3 years back in a village called Peddapadu. Okay, this comes under near the Jurala Dam. You must have seen there. Okay, I visited a farmer. Okay, what is that? This one meant that near Jurala Dam, I visited a particular guy. He uses all dashparni, all the naturally cow urine, cow dung, anaerobic fermented products. See, you know that the aerobic fermentation releases a lot of heat and toxicity, and all the organic fertilizers and biofertilizers are made anaerobic fermentation. We'll go into that. Okay. So the natural farming is also called ecological farming approach. See, suppose you are in Dehradun. Okay, let us say you are in Chennai. You are in the height above the mean sea level is high. See, the photosynthetic activity is very, very sensitive. For example, why don't you get all this coffee, pepper in low altitudes? Because it prefers a high altitude. It's ecologically sensitive. People are trying to grow the vanilla. Vanilla also comes under high temperature. And as you already know, that the photosynthetic activity, it almost shuts down before 11:30. So, of course, you don't have a clock and you don't know how to measure it. So, after 11:30, not much photosynthetic activity. Very rightly in the Gayatri Mantra, they are told, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur. Savitur means sun. Tat Savitur Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodhyat. All your organs, all your mind, all your brain, all the photosynthetic activity, the glucose formation takes place before 11:30. So therefore, Surya Namaskara for the human beings and all the plants also will be very active before 11:30. So everybody should enter the farm early in the morning and not like the government office slowly coming at 12 o'clock. So whatever inputs you manufacture, but so far, both the medical field, the agriculture field, and the horticulture field relied heavily on the inputs or the drugs or the response. If a pest is there, kill it, you have a drug. Okay? If a fertilizer is not there, produce a fertilizer. So by doing this, what happens is, see, most of the patients, every day they have to swallow at least about 10 to 15 tablets. Morning, afternoon, evening, insulin, and so on. So natural way is, why don't you allow the body to have its own antigen antibody response, and naturally, why doesn't it recover? So this is what in farming also we've been keeping the land healthy and keeping the people very healthy for doing that. So it is called Paramparagat Krishi, it can be called Prakritik Krishi, it can be called cow-based natural farming with more cow dung, Shashwat Kheti, sustainable agriculture, chemical-free agriculture. So the government of India is promoting this sort of thing. It's also called Paramparagat Krishi Yojana. A lot of subsidies are given. So financial assistance about 12,200 per hectare for 3 years. Okay, we also are promoting this with the cluster-based business organization called the CBBO. I've been doing it myself. Capacity building, training them. I'm a natural farming certified trainer from Manage. So I keep training people, certification. Okay. Now, as of now, an area of 4.9 lakh hectares is covered in 8 states, and about 4,990.99 lakh has been released. So you know that our total Indian area is 625 million hectares, of which around 200 million hectares is coming under agriculture. Out of that, slowly, the conversion is taking place in and around the cities. So what are the benefits? It reduces cut of cultivation, reduces water requirement, because already soil moisture is high, and all those organic carbon and all the other organic matter, it holds the water and releases it slowly over a period of time. So the climate change resilient, that means today we talk about the NICRA project, National Initiative in Climate Resilient Agriculture. So all our inputs, all our varieties, all our agri and horti should become climate sensitive and not only input sensitive. Rejuvenation of farmlands. Today, most of our farmlands, because of industrial agriculture, are dead. There is no flora, no fauna. Okay, even the snakes are not there. They also run away. So the natural, we had the ant hill. Okay, we had the most of our earthworms. Where are they now today? See, earthworms were called the farmer's friend. Okay, available desi covers valuable resource, helps in arresting growing needs of fertilizer and reduce subsidy burden. So, but in spite of all this, I was asking this question to my economic friends. What do you do if 100% people start doing natural farming? Whether the demand for fertilizer will come down or the fertilizer industry is going to be closed, whether the pesticides industry is going to close. Alarmingly enough, per se, people are using the IPM and the IDM, integrated pest management, integrated disease management, even the pesticides and other things in the natural farming are highly selective, seeing the predators and parasites and the beneficial insects, the sprays and the control measures. It can be agronomic, chemical, and all are going to be given. So there are some similarities between organic farming and natural farming. Organic farming is using the organic inputs, whereas natural farming is going to emphasize on the flora and fauna, which has to be preserved in a particular soil so that the little organic or any microbial stimulant, Darka decomposer, okay, cocoa peat, whatever, humic acid, there are so many formulations which has come. I can go on naming the things. And then we have Sasya Poshak, we have microbial biofertilizers, okay, with a dilution of 1:5, 1 liter of that formulation with all full of microbial enzymes and microbes, dilute it 5 times, okay, put it in the soil with a lot of organic matter, and obviously the microbial growth is going to be good. So we should always use the local breed. For example, our Ongol breed, okay, that semen was smuggled in Brazil. See, because all the native breeds of cattle or seeds, they are more climate sensitive, more climate responsive, and they are suitable for a particular agroecological zones. You know that we have the 125 agroecological zones in this country. So we want most of these natural farming products, means not bringing a seed from Africa and trying to put here. So not bringing a seed from a temperate region and putting it in a tropical region. So that, my horticulture colleagues call it as tropicalization of temperate varieties, temperization of tropical varieties. So suppose vanilla is a cold-loving crop. For example, lychee is a cold-loving crop. We tried to grow lychee even in and around Bangalore, but you don't get the taste. For example, the Raspberry mango is a native of Mysore. That's how the GI has been given. Okay, Malgova is more native to Tamil Nadu. The Kesar Alfonso is more native to Gujarat, the Gir region where you have the Gir lions also. Maharashtra, okay, Ratnagiri Alfonso. So everywhere, and Jagdalu, you have Bihar variety, then you have Langra variety. They are all very local and native to the particular region. You can't bring Langra variety and put here. Gulshan, what is that? The Jagdalu. That is for which district in Patna? Bagal, yeah. See, I have a Bihar colleague of mine here. The Jagdalu mango is very, very close to the Bhagalpur district in Bihar. You might want to try it here, but we recommend that nobody tries it and try to improve the thing. Yeah, give the key to him and I will go. Thank you very much. So similarly in vegetables, grains, pulses and other crops. So we say Gunturu, Guttankaya, Gunturu, Mirpakaya. See, Guntur is a native of chilies and all that round blue brinjals. Then we say Eringar along. Okay, Eringar is a place very near Goribudnur here. Okay, where we get the green long brinjals, which is used for wangi bath. Wangi is the name coming from Marathi. Wangi bath means brinjal rice. So like that, every one minute. Every crop, I'll have a sip of water. Every crop is a native to a particular region, and the soil microbes, so what I'm trying to say is, suppose Vidarbha region, okay, Tamil Nadu, okay, we have Paparapatti, whatever. Every region has got a local microflora, a local fauna, and even microbes are very, very local to a particular soil. The natural microflora, all those things have to be very carefully examined, and a package of practice has to be evolved in natural farming. Organic farming, to me, I believe the natural farming is more a science farming rather than organic farming. It is like somebody, I was in a party yesterday, they were telling about vegetarian and vegan. Then I told, that girl was asking me, sir, I don't drink milk, I don't eat, I'm totally vegan, I don't eat egg. So then I told, see, ma, the definition of vegan is a bit crazy. See, that means all the people who drink milk, are they non-vegan? Are they non-vegetarians? So will they become tamasis or something? No. See, for example, there is a very famous Niti Shataka from Bhartrihari. Paropakarartha vahanti nadyaha. Paropakarartha guhanti gavaha. Paropakarartha phalanti vrikshaha. Paropakarartha midam shariram. See, God has naturally made a mother to lactate so that the child gets the milk. So where is the question of vegan milk and non-vegan milk in a mother and a child? Similarly, a cow milk is produced for the calf, and it also produces a little excess. For example, the Murrah buffalo can give you up to 12 liters of milk. Holstein Friesian can give you up to 12 liters. See, at a time, it can produce only one calf. Unlike, any like goats or pigs, it does not produce hundreds of them, or 12 or 15 of them. So therefore, 12 liters of milk with the present capacity without oxytocin treatment for the cattle, okay, even very conservatively with all the organic methods, if it is giving about 6-7 liters of milk, I don't think a calf will be consuming 6-7 liters of milk. With the present animal husbandry practice, the milk is definitely in excess, and that is how the cow has been evolved through evolution. So there's nothing like vegan. And remember, if you eat any other part of the body of an animal, it's called non-vegetarian. But the milk is an exudate of the human body. Of course, you cannot eat sweat and you cannot eat urine and shit and things like that. But some exudates like milk, okay, the lactation is an exudate. Lactation is done only to give you nutrients. So therefore, the concept of vegan, non-vegetarian and all itself is fastly mancing. Sunita avanu Gulchana kardu key kode on hogini. Melidanu. Yeah, Thakurna kadi. So organic farming I've already done. So in natural farming, okay, we look at the microbes and then the flora, fauna, then soil surface structure. But in case of organic farming, okay, I believe that, you simply dump the organic products, cow dung, compost, farmyard manure, okay, without even understanding the microflora or the microbial culture, whether it is Rhizobium, Azospirillum, okay, and or mycorrhiza, all those things. So now, similarly, organic farming may have a slight adverse effect on surrounding environment. Okay, see now in organic farming, suppose, this BBMP, yesterday in the morning somebody was saying, BBMP is selling all its wet waste, dry waste. They convert it, at least some 800 rupees for 1 ton. They will give you the organic matter. But it may have so many other diseases, and it may have toxicity, not so suitable for the soil. So simply by dumping all the BBMP waste, thinking it is all organic manure, you might not get it. Natural farming, I'll put 2-3 microbiologists, agronomists, okay, a lot of awareness about the soil earthworms, the microbes, the flora, fauna, okay, organic matter content, and definitely the organic product, the BBMP waste, may also become, it may harbor a lot of diseases. It may start spreading diseases of the plants, animals, and human hazard. So to me, in this thing, the natural farming looks more organic farming and a safe farming, ecologically sensitive, and definitely not the organic farming putting BBMP waste per se. Thakur or chabi le lo, main aa raha hu. Class ho gaya. So definitely in organic farming and natural farming, Shaita, Ghanajivamrita, Bijamrita, mulching, okay, many other kashayams are also made for health. Okay, organic farming may be chemical free. Okay, then obviously the demerits are huge quantities are required. I told you 800 rupees per ton. You can go and buy it from BBMP waste. Okay, then but in case of natural farming, okay, there's a better income crop with symbiotic relationships can be worked out. Okay, then we have a totally chemical-free product. Just because I put organic BBMP waste, I cannot say it is chemical-free. See, because a lot of chemical toxicity and residues, who has tested? BBMP does not test. So, yeah, so here in case of natural farming, you may have a possibility of lower yield, but more cumbersome drudgery. Okay, and this certification of organic products and natural products is a very, very tricky issue, except some Reliance big basket. When you do this internet marketing, there are some niche areas we do. Chemical farming, obviously, synthetic fertilizers, very heavy irrigation, high yielding varieties. Most of them are monocrops, health hazard, unsustainable, and lots of biodiversity. So this is how we go. So in natural inputs, toxic-free material. So why I say that organic farming is also not natural farming? Because the BBMP waste may be coming from some industry, or you go near that Arkavati and Rishabhati river, very near this Rajarajeshwari Nagar. Oh my God, there is so much of foam, froth, and all those things, highly toxic. And sometimes even eat amaranthus and all these things grown under the sewage water. It gives a very dirty smell and definitely more toxic. If you check out, the residues will be more and you are doing it. So soil mulching, okay, you should do multiple cropping, not only reduce the risk of crop failure, continued income source. So a diversified farmer in natural farming is better. So in this particular session, I wish to use the word natural farming rather than just organic farming, which has created a hype. So now there are 4 pillars of natural farming. One is Jivamrita, okay, Achadan, mulching, Papasa, moisture and that means putting the products in such a way in mulch and other things to facilitate more moisture and air. Bijamrita or Panchagavya. Okay, Panchagavya obviously is with cow urine, cow dung. Okay, when we take organic seed treatment. See, when we have our some big festivals like Upakarma and other things, they give you Panchagavya. What is Panchagavya? Okay, it is nothing but curd, milk, okay, cow urine, some little bit of cow dung. Okay, how much ho gaya? Cow urine, Panchagavya bolo yaar. Cow urine, cow dung, milk, curd and honey. 5. This is called Panchagavya. Okay, Panchamrita is different. When you say Panchamrita, the Abhishekam given to God, it is again milk, curd, honey, okay, sugar and ghee. So when you put all these things, you get Panchamrita. When you want to do Panchagavya, obviously you have to put that cow urine and the cow dung a little bit, fresh cow dung. So believe it or not, so why Panchagavya is given, before we start our Upakarma or anything, any puja or anything. The moment you take Panchagavya, oh my God, it is the first urine, toxic urine of the cow. So it is assumed that, it will cleanse your body. So a clean body, a clean mind, okay, Shraddhahi Paramogatihi. So you should be doing the puja and all like that. So that is how the 4 pillars of natural farming. So organic seed treatment, we have already told you, Bijamrita, Panchagavya. Nutrient replacement using organic formulation. Liquid Jivamrita, it also comes as liquid biofertilizers nowadays. Ghana Jivamritam, Bijamrita, that's basically, trying to improve the germination percentage of the seeds. Okay, mulching with organic materials, live mulch and non-live mulch. Okay, you can take compost, which is so not live mulches, maybe green manuring, daimcha, sunhemp. Okay, then proper maintenance of soil moisture. See, again and again, you can just stir the soil, put more organic carbon, so to facilitate vapasa, that means soil moisture and air. Then minimum tillage, cover crops and intercrops. Obviously, it conserves both moisture and nutrients. Then intercropping, mixed cropping, and multi-story cropping is to harness the nutrients at different layers and depths of the soil. Then, for example, pest and disease management using cow and natural plant-based preparation. We have astras, Neem Astra, Agni Astra, Brahmastra, Dashaparani. Okay, Datura, then what is it? Sitafal, then Tulsi, so many other Neem. Okay, and then they also use cow urine. I was this Dashaparani, I visited one plant. So they take cow urine, collect it, and then, when they have at least about 50, 60 liters, they do anaerobic fermentation to remove the toxicity of this cow urine. Then, they take a mixie, crush all these anona leaves, datura leaves, neem leaves, tulsi. Okay, and there's one more leaf I forgot. Okay, I think it's chlorhodendron. So when they mix all these things, and after anaerobic fermentation for about 15 to 20 days, your dashaparani is ready. Okay, and then once the dashaparani is ready, 1 liter should be again diluted into 40 times. It is so toxic. And then giving a mild spray, you don't require any chemical pesticides at all. I've been seeing it myself. So Bijamrita, all obviously using the beneficial organisms in cow dung. See, as you already know that the cow itself, it is a cud-chewing animal. It has mesum, above mesum, and it has 4 layers of the stomach, where, very beneficial organisms do the digestion. That is why we say cow is a super animal which can digest cellulose. You and me cannot digest cellulose because cellulose, the glycemic index is very, very low. Okay, all that you and me have to have a metabolism is, ours is called as a glucose-based metabolism. Whether you take bread, rice, wheat, everything has to be converted to glucose and absorbed by the body. But in case of cow, it is not like that. The digestion is somewhat different. Okay, then seed treatment with Bijamrita protects the crop. Okay, and it can avoid the pathogens, especially the seed-borne diseases, and also produce the gibberellic acid, okay, indole acetic acid, and very useful hormones. Look at this. 5 kg urine, 5 liters of water, lime, water, 20 liters. Look at the formulations. Okay, all the preparation, I'm not going into the details. Okay, the microbial populations also, okay, especially when you apply all this Bijamrita and all that, the microbial population is also definitely going to increase. See, obviously, after 7-8 days, the microbial population, after it comes, it may reduce. But initially, at the time of germination, if there is a very high microbial population growth, whether bacteria, fungi, actinomycetes, then nitrogen fixers and phosphorus solubilizers, it will help the plant establish better. And then the initial meristematic tissue and the active meristems are going to do a very great job. So nutrient replenishment. Okay, see now, for example, the red soil suffers from what is called the crust formation. The phosphorus gets fixed. The iron also gets fixed. So with an increased microbial population and the phosphatic solubilizers and the K solubilizers, okay, we use 200 liters of water, 10 kg cow dung, 5 to 10 liters aged cow urine. I told you with anaerobic fermentation, 2 kg of jaggery, 2 kg of pulses flour just for as a, it can stick there, handful of soil from the bund. This is the one which adds the native microbial population, and the bacteria, fungi, actinomycetes start multiplying at a faster rate when I apply these things, because these are all the natural ingredients. Like I culture the microbes in a petri dish, and when I was a microbiology student, I used to add these things. That was cultured in a petri dish. Now you culture the microorganisms in natural farming and do all this. So we have already told you this. Okay, how to do anaerobic fermentation. Okay, then obviously the bacteria, even after 10 days, see here, if you have a very good preparation and apply beautifully in the soil, okay, if you have a very good organic content, look at these figures here. The bacterial population is continuously increasing at an increasing rate. Okay, fungi also increase the activity. Actinomycete increase the activity. The nitrogen fixers, okay, is also increasing. Maybe rhizobium, azospirillum, azotobacter. Okay, the activity will be high. Phosphatic solubilizers, especially VAM, vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza. So today, I was promoting one of the fertilizer companies. They have come out with phosphatic solubilizers with microbes. We enrich with vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza. So even that solubilizers also, the activity in the microbial population, when I apply Jivamrita, is high. So that means what I wish to say here is, any amount of inorganic fertilizers, they might get fixed in the soil or they may get leached, okay, when you do an irrigation. But in the natural farming, the microbial activity is intact, the phosphorus solubilizing and all are available for the plants to take up in the ionic form, okay, and then the uptake is definitely going to be there. There was another product called the Rootex. Of course, that is again vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza, keeping the phosphatic solubilization very high. So obviously the xylem and phloem activity is also going to be high because the microbial population and the microbial degradation is a slower process. See, unlike the inorganic formulation, which immediately it has to take. So aided by the microorganism, we want a slow release microorganism and the uptake should be based on the microbes. See, now, when you are having a lot of acidity, you take some buttermilk, okay, and you use it as a buffer. What is there in buttermilk? Lactobacillus, obviously. So when you take good buttermilk, that to the probiotic curd and the probiotic buttermilk, probiotic juice, because of the microbial activity, the pH of your stomach comes to normal and you have that, antioxidant activity going on in the stomach and you have that very sense of beautiful health feeling. So that feel-good factor is there. So therefore, natural farming, organic farming, both in the plants, horticulture, agriculture, and the human health part of it, we are allowing the local flora and fauna, both in the human body and in the soil, to do this sort of agriculture. I told you that even with all organic farming, definitely don't be afraid that your 354 million metric tons of horticulture will come down. Initially, it may come down a bit, but you'll have a better sustained yield levels. And, because of the quality of the produce, you will have a niche market, you will have a better pricing, and definitely that is going to be your revenue model. So take it from me. I'm not telling you because I work in IIHR as a principal scientist, but I've been touring a lot of FPOs, farmers, big basket, okay? Everywhere they go, the moment they say it's an organic product, it's organic honey, even of course some people may be cheating, but there's a lot of demand. And slowly, I keep seeing in the market, there is a niche market coming and there's a beautiful revenue model coming for this. And a lot of money is there, especially in and around Bangalore. And people who are a bit affluent are so health consciousness, so health concerned. Definitely there is a scope for this organic farming. And very rightly, I've been giving some consultancy and extension services to some of these organic fertilizer companies and so on and so forth. So obviously, you see here, I told you about the organic matter. So now let us go to the saprophytic fungi. That means it is going on, nematode population is going to be higher. A lot of arthropods are coming. There are shredder arthropods. We have the earthworms. Bacteria also surviving. Mycorrhizal fungi are living. So that means there are so many interdependent and interconnected network of microorganisms with plants, beneficial nodulation. It may be phosphorus, mycorrhizal colonization, azotobacter, azospirillum, rhizobium culture in case of pulses, root nodulation. So basically in natural farming and organic farming, you are giving a scope for all the other organisms which are beneficial. There was a movie, James Bond, Live and Let Die. But here it is a reverse. It is live and let live. You also live, I also live. Okay, we have a symbiotic relationship. So definitely we should not kill all the natural enemies, the natural predators, the natural parasites, and beneficial insects and flora and fauna, both microorganism, phylum Protista, plant kingdom, animal kingdom. So what I wish to say is, of course, my time is getting up. Rajini ma'am, kindly, you'll have to prompt me when I should stop. So all the Jivamrita are there. I've told you enough. Panchagavya, okay, I'll be quickly going. Mulching, obviously, then reducing the runoff, okay, increasing the organic content carbon, and, improving the microbial population, flora, fauna, already we told. And a very important thing, we told you about the saprophytic plants, the decaying organic matter, which releases humic acid and many amino acids, also become a source of plant nutrients. Slowly it absorbs. See, even if I prepare a humic acid in about 1 liter and simply pour on the plant, it cannot take up. See, it is something like this, when we ask the children, feeding 20 times in smaller quantities and quality feeding is good, or eating at a time is good. Eating at a time is bad. Okay, intermittent fasting is good. Okay, if you want to have your sugar and BP under control, you should eat slowly, steadily, with nutrient things. Simply eating on big ragi mudde will not help. Today it's all quality food. You see the dining table of very cautious people. There is a fruit, there is a vegetable, there is a nutrient, nutri-sensitive horticulture, agriculture. Okay, there is a rice, there is a salad. Okay, everything is not dal chawal and, eating 1 kg of chawal with dal. Today's food is not like that. In and around cities, no, people have shifted to this eating tiffin culture like Tamil Nadu people. Tamil Nadu people don't eat rice in the night. They eat only idli, dosa, fermented food. Okay, that too in very limited quantities. Not that you will have 25 idlis in the night. See, because based on your BMR, the basal metabolic rate, many of these foods, this fasting, okay, all those things are designed. Okay, and even soil temperature is there. VAPSA means proper maintenance of soil moisture, especially when I do aerobic fermentation, anaerobic fermentation. Okay, I have to put water here. Basically what in VAPSA we are telling is, we are trying to change the soil structure. How do you change the soil structure? A clay soil, when you put more organic matter, becomes more porous. It will hold more water. Okay, already clay had a better retention. And now it will also facilitate air, water, air. Okay, and then the root structure. Okay, all those things are going to be maintained. So reduce tillage, obviously don't burn the crop residues, and continuous crop land use. Okay, crop rotation. This time you put a legume, next time you put a C4 plant. Okay, then put a sugar cane, whatever. Okay. So multiple cropping, all those things are told. I think I should stop somewhere at this. I can go on and on. See, now what we want to do is, I've been trying all these things through my extension. A lot of negativity around natural farming. It reduces yield, has gone. Okay, I'm working with farmer producer organization, trying to get them a niche market, a premium price. Okay, then we are also establishing demonstration plots at every FPOs, half organic, half inorganic, in half an acre, trying to convince them. Okay, all these things we have already been convincing. I think I will simply stop at this. Now it's open for questions, and then Rajini ma'am can take up some questions. Okay. How do I make? Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for the very detailed presentation.
Yeah, 1 minute. I'm just trying to expand.
Sure.
Okay. Yes, I'm here. Yeah. Yeah, you can. I'll take some questions, please.
Yeah. So what are the current market trends for organic farming in India and globally?
See, now if I take 6,48,000 villages are all my producers. So very big cities like Bangalore, Chennai, Calcutta, Mumbai, Delhi, Gurugram, Noida, they are all my markets. So, if it is produce, if it is an agriculture produce, the health consciousness is more in the cities. Obviously, a villager is not so health conscious, and definitely since he is a grower, he will have a small piece of land to grow his organic produce. And the rice you and me eat, normally it is the Rabi rice which is more tasty. Basmati rice comes in Rabi. And very good organic vegetables also farmers grow. But unfortunately, the urban markets and the urban consumers, let us say software engineers, who are predominantly in cities, they have become so health consciousness, and they have a lot of purchasing power and money also. And many of the software engineers, some of them, we see that their sterility is increasing, cancer is increasing, some health issues are there, they are getting heart attack at the age of 45. So because of many of these other factors, they are demanding more and more of the organic products and natural products. So this is where our niche market is there.
Okay. Next question. Yeah. And how does organic farming compare with conventional farming in terms of profitability and sustainability?
See, I've already shown you the figures. I took a research paper for your purpose, and I'm sorry I could not confirm this meeting in the initial stage. I had a couple of meetings. See, now the profitability in many of the crops is more than 100%. That means if I say it is the ratio between the conventional farming with non-conventional natural farming, it is definitely high. But definitely it is a bit labor intensive, and farmer has to struggle a bit because he should be very cautious. See, unlike the other unconscious chemical farming, put some crop in the green revolution, dump it with fertilizers. And of course, in the green revolution days, we had an assured market. See, for example, Punjab farmers, why do they go only wheat and rice? Because it's very heavily subsidized. You have input subsidy, you have output subsidy, you have got market subsidies and market intervention scheme. So therefore, that is not a market-led extension or a demand-driven agriculture and horticulture. That was there in the green revolution days. But today, all the subsidies are removed. We have bumper and record production. There is glut in the market, and people are having more purchasing power. Therefore, if you want to compete in this sort of a market, you have to produce products which are consumer-oriented and what the consumer preference. So if you don't produce all this organic and all that, if you don't see your niche market and produce, you will be simply wasting your time. In Telugu, there is a statement, Kshanam tirika ledu, damudi adayam ledu. See, you are putting effort. It is something like a student who studies the exam. You have to study very strategically and get good marks and an IIT seat. Simply not studying for 25 hours and not even getting a first class things. Today, students are strategic. Our farmers are strategic. Indian agriculture is strategic. Indian horticulture is strategic because of the supply chain, value chain. And the people are health consciousness. All the awareness is there. The purchasing power is there. So obviously today it is a very strategic market. We cannot be so foolish and dumb. Thank you.
Yeah. Next question. Yeah. What are the key challenges faced by organic farmers in certification and market access?
Yeah, this is a very important question. Certification, they have a lot of issues. See, now an organic farm is going to be certified by APIDA. There are other certifying agencies. We have one in Hyderabad, the Center of Sustainable Agriculture. Dr. Ramanjanailu is my classmate. So he runs that certification. There are various certification agencies who are very, very strict. You cannot get an organic certification unless from the past 3 years you are organic. Second thing is, you cannot cheat. Third thing is, even in the market, everybody is not going to see your certificate. Suppose if I have to put my produce in Big Basket, Reliance, More or Fresh, and if they are going to source my organic products, obviously the inspectors are going to check. Unless I have because many of this certification is arranged by Reliance and Big Basket. Amazon, for example, they are going to arrange it. So obviously, anybody cannot take a product and say because nitrogen and other things are taken in the ionic form and you cannot identify the organic. The certification is a very big issue. And many farmers, they work like things, but the certification requires not only a lobby, a little bit of money, network and synchronization. Therefore, we are trying to get a CBBO, cluster-based business organization, and FPO itself to get a certification. Second question you asked is about the market challenges. Even today, except some big, supermarkets where, this grading, standardization, packing has been done very systematically. Okay, organic product, inorganic product. Simply if you go to a APMC yard or you go to a big mandi or a city market, you cannot identify the organic product with the inorganic product. So that means, although you are so many million customers in a big city like Bangalore and Calcutta, you are not structuring your niche market. This is where the farmer producer organizations have failed. So today we have about 10,000 farmer producer organizations. And very recently, I've been a consultant for many of the companies. I tell every CBBO, kindly organize yourself. Kindly search for niche market. Don't go with that collar or throw it in front of Vidhan Soda. That is not the marketing approach. So although a little bit difficult, organic farming and natural farming products, you have to tap the niche market. For which you require a network, for which you require a federation. It should be done like, if not organized into an FPO, if you are not organized as a CBBO, cluster-based business organization, you cannot do any business. Simply producing, simply becoming intelligent does not make you smart, or it does not get you success. And at the same time, just because you have all the certification and just because you are an innovator in the society, you cannot go on cheating the laggards. You cannot do that also. So cheating on one side, tapping the market on the other side, controlling the lobbyists on the third side, and obviously the genuinity, also called as God, on the other side. You have to put all the factors and you have to do a meaningful, rational business. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Since we are running short of time, I'll just take two more questions. So what are the latest government policies and subsidies available for organic farming?
See, now I'm telling you, recently there's an organic FPO here only in Nelamangala I visited. Okay, companies like Trust Grow, Amul Organic, also selling organic fertilizers. Then IIHR has got Arca Microbial Consortia, Banana Special, Vegetable Special, totally organic. So now the government is giving a huge subsidy for many of these things. So Paramparagat Krishi Abhiyan, okay, which the present government is running. So they pump a lot of money, at least 1,200 rupees per hectare. So this much of subsidy and this much of support is given. And if somebody put an organic, the Department of Horticulture identifies it. They will see that you do the package of practice, advisory service. And then, people are already in the network with social media, marketing network. So the entire supply chain and the value chain is an integrated value chain. It's also called the end-to-end solution. And definitely a farmer need not stand in the street and throw all his tomatoes. Once when you are in a CBBO or an FPO, the Federation of FPOs will have a truckload of 10 tons. Already the buyers are already established in big basket and niche markets, and already the supply chain and the value chain is established. So if you don't do this integrated, collaborative, cooperative marketing, you're gone. See, the farmer in the Green Revolution days, okay, on today, without a cooperative, without a group, without a farmer producer organization, an individual farmer cannot go and stand in city market and lose everything or in the APMC mandi. Today, it's a group effort, it's a participatory effort, it's a collaborative effort. Thank you.
Okay. Last question. How can farmers get certified for organic produce and what are the associated costs?
See, now organic certification will not cost you much if you go through an FPO. See, suppose in a farmer producer organization, minimum 1,000 shareholders are there. Each fellow would have contributed 1,000 rupees. The government gives a 1,000 rupees matching grant. Okay. All that they have to do is a very, very nominal fee. See, I think even per acre, it may not come to 100 rupees for each farmer. But if you go in a group effort, the APIDA people or the certifiers will come there. A team of 4 or 5 people will come, inspect it and give it. They will take your very strict monitoring is there. But individually, if you go, you cannot do it. See, today we are not talking about agriculture for a farmer who has 100 acres. We are talking about agriculture and horticulture by the people, for the people, and of the people. Because India has 648,000 villages. We have millions and millions of small and marginal farmers who are higher in number. That's the reason we are asking them to form an FPO and take advantage of the group and bargaining power both in the market and both in the certification as well. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll take this as important. I felt I'll take this last question. Are there any new initiatives to connect organic farmers directly with consumers or export markets?
No. See, now, no. You repeat. What are the consumers? What did you say?
Export markets. I'll repeat.
What's it? Yeah.
Are there any new initiatives to connect organic farmers directly with consumers or export markets?
This is a very important. So many houses are there, I can even mail a list to you. See, today there are FPOs only for export market. Okay, there are, for example, the broccoli, the bell pepper, okay, and the English cucumber gherkins, okay, which is in and around Bangalore climate is very good. They all go 100% export to the European market. Totally organic. You know, one Dr. Nagegoda is there, he was my BSAG classmate. Okay, he has a PhD in horticulture. He runs it very near Manchenalli, very near Goribidnor. Thousands of such export houses are there, which have captured all the niche market in Europe, Middle East, and all that. So all these people grow in protected cultivation, polyhouses, totally organic, okay, and they're all profit-oriented, mind you. And many of these products, including the Kesar Alfonso mangoes, which are totally organic, they are not available even for the Indian market to eat. So what is not exported is given to the Indian market. I'm sorry to make this sarcastic comment. There are niche producers, niche market, niche network. Today it's a very high value business. So some people produce only for the Thailand market. Some people produce only for the UAE market. Some people only for Dubai market, some niche products. So therefore, a lot of producers are there. Even FPOs are produced. You know, they have organized all exporters into one FPO. Today you will find thousands of such groups. And already a lobby is there, a network is there. And definitely most of them are connected in social media and doing a very good job. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, sir. So I don't see any more questions.
And so
we have
very sincerely, my apologies to Agri Information. I could not confirm because I had it today. I had some meetings. Nevertheless, it's a very learning experience for me as well. And very recently, I've been doing all this organic farming, FPOs, and then organizing them. So I thought this should be the topic of current interest. And sincere thanks for giving me this opportunity. Hope to convert, sync more and have a knowledge sharing in future. Thank you, ma. So nice.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining at last minute. Thank you.
Yeah. No issues. Thank you. Good luck.